Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a Bun Friday, but it's more like a follow-up to the Retinol Q&A. Just to give you some context of filming schedules and the groupings I have, and some clarification on some things I said in the Retinol Q&A that I just want to make a bit clearer. So first off, filming wise, we have, at the moment I have about 5 groups. If you can think of anything else, now is the time to put your requests in the comments underneath, because I'm not going to start filming the actual specific videos until next Friday. Next week I've got the Brits. I'm at the Brits Monday to Wednesday. And then on Thursday I have my Clarins PA in central London. And then Friday, if I'm still alive, I will film. Now if I'm not, I have the following Monday blocked out. So we do have time blocked out, as it were. But I just want to make sure I'm managing expectations. You won't be getting Retinol videos next week. You will be getting a lot of backstage fun and gossip with me and Amanda at the Brits though. So if you're on Instagram, you might want to keep an eye out, because we'll definitely be on there having fun. The groupings I have for the Retinol filming so far are oil-based retinols, under 0.03 or undisclosed. Now that is where a brand doesn't tell me, not that they have to, obviously, they can keep it proprietary information, but if a brand hasn't told me what the percentage is, I'm making an assumption that it should belong in sort of 0.03 or below, which I'll explain in more detail then. So oil-based retinols, 3 or below, 0.3 to 0.4, was 0.03 to 0.04, sorry. That's looking like the biggest group so far. Then the 1%ers, and then the over 1%ers with prescription and or Differin, depending on how many there are and where it becomes. Maybe I'll do prescription and Differin separately, but basically I'm starting with the milder ones and I'm working my way through to the ones that would be considered strong, and then prescription. That's the groupings I have at the moment. If you have anything else in terms of something I've blatantly missed, or anything that you can think of, do let me know, because although I'm not going to be filming next week or in my office, I am going to be on my email and I'm going to be on social media, so I will see it. Some clarifications. A couple of the main ones that I'm kind of annoyed with myself that I didn't talk about straight away is, when I say that you don't need to use a retinol if you're in your early 20s and you don't need it, obviously I do not mean you if you have acne. If you have been prescribed a retinoid by your GP or your derm, depending on where you live, if you have discovered that using a vitamin A has been really beneficial for your skin because you have acne and or blemishes, depending on the strength of it and whether it's prescription or whatever, of course you absolutely should keep taking it. I was only referring purely to people who are using it for the aesthetic usage, if that makes sense. I mean, actually, you could argue it's all aesthetic, but you know what I mean. If you're using it purely for the lines and wrinkles side, that's one thing. If you're using it because you have acne and you want to deal with it, that's entirely separate. So apologies if that wasn't clear. Absolutely bang on, keep going. Vitamin C and retinol, loads of questions about vitamin C and retinol. At the moment, most brands, and we've had, I actually haven't even done a count, but maybe I'll do a count and let you know this is how many we're dealing with before, in the description box. Most brands have come back with their, either we would recommend using this one during the day, as in the vitamin C, and a retinol at night. The general consensus is use your vitamin C daytime and retinol at nighttime. Now that hasn't changed at all. It does look like there's new research coming out that shows that vitamin C is actually far more beneficial at night, just to throw us all under the bus. I will only speak to that when I've done my own research, or I can have someone sitting next to me who knows exactly what they're talking about and they're bang up to date with all the research. But in normal terms, no, you would not put your vitamin C on first and then put a retinol on top. You don't mix them, they go separately. And that is with 99% of the brands that have responded so far. The difference between prescription strength and over-the-counter, and this is another thing more about application too. When I was talking about avoiding nasolabial and around the eyes and taking it out down the neck, I do say it, but it maybe wasn't clear enough. I am talking about prescription strength because it's so strong. if you have a vitamin A or a retinol eye cream or a neck cream or a serum that says you can use it everywhere except maybe avoid the inner eye, right on the orbital bone, that's absolutely fine. I'm referring more to really, really strong retinols and prescription strength. The day-to-day retinols, the 0.3s and the oil-based retinols, you can take them down the neck. If you find that you can't, that's fine. And there were quite a few people in the comments who said, I did that and my eyes were so sore, I did that and my neck was so sore. So I think the point was made, but just in case it wasn't clear, I'm not trying to scare you off using it. And someone left a good point that Nadine says when you're applying retinol, you take it all over the face, all down the neck, all down to the boobs, to the tits, and on the back of your hands. And that absolutely makes sense, but if you're using a prescription strength, it's a different kettle of fish. So I hope that's a bit clearer. Retinol in the summer, because obviously Northern Hemisphere, yes, we're in the middle of winter, although spring is suddenly here, it's boiling today and yesterday. But obviously there's a lot of Aussies and New Zealanders and people in the Southern Hemisphere saying, we're in the middle of our summer, it's boiling hot, can we use retinol? The way I do retinol in the summer is I do drop prescription strength and I switch to an OTC, something a bit milder, and I use SPF 50 during the day because I don't want to, I should be wearing an SPF that matches my age. I don't want to add to the damage that I'm just trying to fix. So yes, you can use your retinols. If you've been prescribed a prescription strength retinoid and you live in Australia, New Zealand, and it's 45 degrees, talk to your derm or your doctor, get your, make sure you've got your SPF, which I'm sure you will have, and take their advice. But and that's, especially if you've got acne, the last thing you want to hear if you've got acne and you found something that's helping is don't do it. It's the last thing you want to hear. So I would never say that. I would just say be careful. You don't want to, not damage is too harsh a word. You want to be careful with the skin that is now coming through, that is obviously going to be brighter and fresher. And if you're helping with, on the acne front, if it's helping you, really helping you with your skin and your blemish stroke blackhead stroke pores stroke whiteheads stroke full-on cystic acne, the last thing you want is someone like me telling you not to use it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying follow your doc's advice. So I hope that's a bit clearer on the retinol follow-up. Acne, crack on. Vitamin C and retinol, generally difference between prescription strength and over-the-counter in terms of usage, and that one, retinol in the summer, the different groupings we've had so far. And then, like I said, my schedule is up and down, so I am prioritising it. I'm not filming anything else before I film this. It's just that it's not going to be done in a hurry. I don't have enough information back to start filming today. It might happen next Friday if I'm awake. Otherwise, super quick today. I will see some of you in Central London next Thursday with Clarins. You will see me on social media Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the Brits. And then the week after there is another event with Clarins and there's something else going on, but I'll keep you posted. Any other retinol questions, vitamin A questions, let me know, because what I will do is start to collate them and apply them to whichever group it feels like it sits with. Yeah, oil-based, 0.03 and under, undisclosed, over 1%, prescription Differin, 0.3 to 0.4, and then 1%. So super quick this week. I will see some of you next week, and I will be on social, I'll be on the blog. Any questions, let me know as always. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.